So here now for this one, negative 8x squared plus 32y squared minus 128 equals 0. So let's now rewrite it as 32y squared minus negative x squared equal 128. This is now the first step. Then you have to plot a table and write the values of x and y. Here now, let's plot point like negative 3, negative 2, 0, negative 1, or sorry, positive 1, positive 2, positive 3. Then let's now evaluate each point as we know before. Negative 3.
Can you just make the x-intercept and the y-intercept?
Yes, okay.
And okay.
Yes, now.
And in this case, there is no x, right?
Sorry?
In this case, there is no x because it is negative.
Here.
No x.
Negative. There's a negative x squared. So you can now find the y, the x, and the intercepts, and now we can also evaluate the points. Let's now evaluate the points. At 0, 32 over 128, after you find them, you will find that at 0, positive negative 2. Here it is 2.06. Here it is square root of 5. And here it is 2.017. So here now, after we put the points, we found the values of y. Then let's now graph them.
Teacher?
Yes.
The y-axis, how did you find the numbers?
Just plot here, like as an example, put 0 here. You will say 32y squared equal 128.
Teacher, it will be
32 over 32. You will find the value of y squared. Then square root, you will find the value of y, which is 2.
But teacher, in negative 8x squared, it will be x squared equal negative 16. So it will be imaginary number, right?
In? You mean I put y0, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Then at point 1, at point 0, sorry, we have 2 and negative 2. At 2, we have square root of 5, which is greater than 2. At point 3, we have 2.07. At point negative 1, we have, or negative 2, we have square root of 5 also. At point negative 3, we have this one. And if you put now another points, you will find that after you sketch them, you will find that the shape here is hyperbola. So here you have to put the points, connect between the points, and you will find that the shape here is hyperbola. So the first one, if you want to describe the graph, you will tell me it is hyperbola.
So teacher, we have to graph, right?
Yeah, but yeah, you have to graph to know which shape is this one.
But like you will not ask us for the graph.
No, I will ask you to the name of the shape, but you cannot know the name of the shape without graphing.
Okay.
Then in number 2, I will ask you to find the center. What is the center here of the hyperbola?
It's 0, 0.
It is 0, 0. Now, what about the y-intercept? And the x-intercept? What about the y-intercept here?
The y-intercept is 4. It's 2, 2.
0, positive, negative 2.
Negative and positive 2.
And the x-intercept,
It's negative and positive 4.
there's no.
No x-intercept, yeah.
There's no x-intercept. It
Yeah,
did cut
because
the
it's
graph. I'm asking you now about the line of symmetry.
It is the x-axis.
Y-axis.
Yeah.
We have x-axis and y-axis. Now, describe the domain.
The domain
It's
is all
negative infinity to negative 2.
Yeah, the domain here is all the real numbers. Now, what about the range?
Negative infinity to negative 2
Look at here.
and
It is
2 to negative
the shape. So,
infinity.
the range will be from negative infinity to 2 to, sorry, from positive, from,
2 to infinity.
wait, from negative infinity to negative 2. Wait, please, I will write here. The range here,
Teacher, can I say x less than or equal negative 2?
less than or equal.
Yeah, x less
yes,
than or
yes.
equal negative 2.
Yes. So the range here is from negative infinity to negative 2. And here, since the 2 is included, I will put this sign for it. And here you have a negative infinity. This 2 here that means it's included. And you have to write it as, I will clear here for the range. And I will, before that, this is the shape. So the range here, I'm talking about this area. It's from negative infinity to negative 2 and from 2 to infinity. Then this is from negative infinity to negative 2 and from 2 to infinity. How can I write it now? I will say it's from negative infinity to negative 2. And since the negative 2 is included, this type of brackets I will put for it. And every time when I saw the negative infinity, I have to use this bracket. Then here, the 2 is included. I will use this bracket until infinity.
Teacher, are you recording?
Teacher, is this a union or an intersection?
Sorry?
Is this a union or an intersection? Is it like the U that is pointing upwards or the U that's pointing downwards?
Here the ones, because here I'm talking about these areas. The ones one from negative infinity to 2. If you write, you mean that if you write from negative 2 to 2?
No, like,
One.
is this graph a union or is it an intersection? Because there was this symbol in math where we described dominant ranges. That's like the letter U in English, where it's pointing downwards or upwards.
The intersection is like this, you mean?
Yeah.
No, this is not intersection, no.
It's a union?
It's a union, yes. Okay,
Teacher,
now,
can you go back to the page?
sorry, Maya.
Can you go to the page before
Which page?
that we were solving on before?
You want to write the solution?
Yeah.
I will
Actually, the teacher is
send
recording.
you the worksheet, no problem.
Okay.
Okay, now please give me 1 minute and I will write back. Now, identify the vertex, the focus, and the directrix of the parabola with the equation. Then sketch the graph of the parabola with the given equation. Here now we have x squared equal negative 4 y. Here, this is a parabola. So what is the equation of the parabola will be?
Y equal negative x squared over negative 4.
4c. A equal 1 over 4c x squared. Or y, sorry. It could be x equal 1 over 4c
Y squared.
y x squared equal 1 over cy, or y squared equal 1 over 4cx. Now here,
No, you
we
mean
have-
y equal 1 over 4c x squared and x equal 1 over 4c y squared.
yes, this is x equal 1 over 4cy squared, or y equal 1 over 4cx squared. Now look at this one here. In this one here, what did we have? We have x squared equal negative 4y. So y is negative 1 over 4x squared. This will be now the equation of the parabola. Y equal negative 1. I have here, we know that the standard form of the equations are x equal 1 over 4c y squared, or y equal 1 over 4c x squared. So I will rewrite it now in one of this standard standard form, which is y equal negative 1 over 4x squared. This is now for the equation, the standard form of the equation. Now from this one here, we have to find or identify the vertex, the focus, and the directrix.
The vertex is at the origin.
Let's see now. Before that, we said that the graph here, it was y equal negative 1 over 4x
parabola.
squared. So this start now to, let's find the c now. We said that it is, the standard form, it was y equal 1 over 4c x squared. So what does it mean? That's mean
so c equal negative
is 4c. So c here is negative 1. This is now the value of c. So from this equation now we can find the value of c. Then after that we have to find the vertex. We have to find which I'll describe the shape. Is it a vertical or horizontal parabola? You have to find the focus. And also you have to find the directrix. Now, what is what is the vertex here?
0, 0.
0,
Yeah.
0.
It is 0, 0. Now, is it a vertical or horizontal parabola?
Vertical because it is y
It is a vertical because I say y equal x. So it is a vertical parabola. Now, what are the focus? What is the focus will be?
0, negative 1.
0,
Yes.
negative 1.
0, I'm talking about 0c. So it is 0, that means it is 0, negative 1. Now what about the directrix? The directrix
1.
is y
One.
equal negative c. Y equal
Y.
negative c. So y equal 1. So here, I will ask you to find the vertex, which kind of parabola, the focus, and the directrix. Then sketch the graph. Since it's online, I will not asking you to sketch the graph. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Let's now go to question number 3. In question number 3 here, as you see, we have used the given information to write the equation of a circle. So here now we'll go and we want now to write the equation of a circle. Now we know that the equation of a circle is x minus h squared plus
Plus
y
y minus
minus
a
a
squared
squared equal,
equal r
Equals
squared.
this is now the equation of a circle. Then x minus. Now look at the center here. The center here, it's mean h and k. So it is x minus
minus 6.
negative 6.
So it's plus.
Plus, which is
Okay.
plus 6.
Yeah. Plus y minus 10 squared equal. What is the radius? The given radius.
1.
1.
So 1 squared. Then after that, the equation it will be x plus 6 squared plus y minus 10 squared equal 1. This will be now the equation of a circle. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's now do, I have a time, inshallah. Okay, question number 4. Write an equation of an ellipse for the given characteristic. The foci here, the given foci, it was positive, negative 5, 0. And the co-vertices here, it is 0, positive, negative 2. Now, the first question here. I will now decide if it is a horizontal or vertical ellipse. I will look at the foci. Since here we have the foci is 5, 0, not 0, 5. So since now the value of C here is on the x-axis, so I have here a horizontal ellipse. Okay, because here the value of the C is an x, because here we have x, y, and the value is in x. So the value is on the x-axis, so the ellipse is horizontal. Now, the co-vertices, they didn't give me the vertex, the co-vertices. So he
Which
talks
is
about
smaller.
B.
So B.
So from this now given information, I can see now that C is 5 and B is 8. Is it right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I write now the equation of the ellipse?
Yes.
No.
No,
Yeah.
I need to
We
find
need
the value of A. I have B and C, but if I want to write the equation of the ellipse is x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared equal 1. So this will be now the equation of the ellipse. To write the equation of the ellipse, I need the value of A. So
A equals 1 over 4C.
No,
Or we
for
can
the-
C squared
It's
equal
A
A squared minus B
minus B
squared.
squared.
wait, هلا, the one who said 1 over 4C, this is for the parabola.
No, teacher, C
I mean,
squared
the
equals
ellipse.
C squared
No.
equals A squared minus B squared.
C squared equal A squared minus B squared. This is how can I find the value of C. And as I told you, since here we have a plus between them, so the C, it has a minus. Now, I have a C, yes, it's 25, C squared. A squared is not given, minus 64, which is B squared. From this equation now, you will find that A squared is 25 plus 64, which is 89.
So the square root of 89.
Yeah, so it will be square root of 89. So after that, I have A squared, I have B squared. I can now write the equation of the ellipse, which it will be
X squared over 89 plus Y squared
89
over
plus y squared over
This
64.
is the square root of 89.
Now this is A squared. I will keep it as it is, 89. Here A is square root of 89. Then if you want to evaluate it here, you will say square root of 89 squared. So which is 89. So this will be now the equation of the ellipse. So you have to tell me that it is a horizontal ellipse. What is the value of C? What is the value of B? What is the value of A? And the equation, and you can write now the equation of a circle. Yes?
Teacher, in this case, we can know it's horizontal or vertical from the 89. The 89 is greater and it is in the X.
Yes, also. Yeah.
Teacher, if it was vertical, the steps are going to be changed or different?
I think the second one here, -1. Wait. Yeah, okay, sorry. Here now, yeah, that here, C squared, it will be the same, A squared minus B squared, but you find that A now, the value of A is less than the value of B. So you will say it is Y squared over B squared plus X squared over A squared equal 1. We have to do the same steps, but different numbers. The equation will be different also.
Okay.
Teacher, what did you say?
So teacher, we will switch A squared with B squared. So it will be X squared over B squared plus Y squared over A squared.
Yeah, because we start with A, so with Y. So that means the here we have a vertical ellipse.
Okay.
Now look at this one here. Do we solve like this one?
It has translations.
Yeah.
Just when we
sorry,
have
because this in the last year I gave them from lesson 1 to 6, so I didn't remember if this one is from
no need to solve it.
if this one from
Teacher, why did
or
you
no.
take lesson 6?
Do you solve like this one?
No,
No.
because it has translations. It's
No.
from lesson 6, I think.
Okay.
But teacher, why didn't we take lesson 6?
The last 2 years I give them, but here the problem that I need to be on the board, to move right, to move left, to show you how the translation will be. But actually here in online I cannot show you how. And I need to move, you know how? And to go to the left, it goes h minus 3.
Yeah.
I will move it 3. Then I go up.
Oh, my
So
teaching
I
is
want
the
to show
worst.
you. Yeah, I need to show you how to be on the board. And actually in the last year, I divide the board into 2 halves. In the first half, I will write all the equations that I need as an example for the hyperbola. Then I will start to explain and then to solve. Then after I reach any question, as an example, I told them which equations we use and why, because it's written. Here in the online, I find some obstacles. How can I told you? How can I move? How can I show to you by my hand? Also yesterday for the geometry, in the previous year I have a shapes, 3-dimensional shapes. I put the shape for them, and I told them what are the lateral face and what are the bases, and how the area of the base will be. I bring a pyramid, I bring a cone, and tell him in this shape, how can we find the area? What is the mean by the surface area and what is the meaning by the volume? What's the difference between them? But for you, I cannot. That's why I remove this question of this lesson. Now let's go to question number 5. Here now, find the vertices, the foci, and the asymptotes of the hyperbola. Then sketch. Here now we have 14. So here I'm talking about the hyperbola. 14y squared minus 28x squared equal 448. Now, you have to find the vertices, the foci, and the asymptotes. But before that, Is this equation written in the standard form?
No, we need
No.
to divide by 400.
No.
How can I write it in the standard form? By dividing by
Divide by 400.
448.
448. So the equation now, it will be y squared over 32 minus x squared over 16 equal 1. This will be now the standard form of this shape. Now, from this one, is it a vertical or horizontal hyperbola?
It's
It
vertical.
is vertical.
It is vertical hyperbola, yes.
Vertical.
Now from here also, can we find the value of a squared and b squared?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is the value of a?
Square root of 32.
32.
Okay, so a squared will be 32 and b squared?
And
16.
for the
It will
square,
be
it's 4.
16. Yes. Now, I need now to write the vertices. What are the
C
vertices of
squared.
the hyperbola?
C squared equal a squared minus b squared.
This is if you want
No,
to
that
find
is for the
C. Yes.
focus.
So if you want to find the C now, you will say it is a squared plus b squared. A squared is 32 plus 16, 48. So c squared here is 48. So we
Teacher,
found
isn't
now.
it minus a squared minus b squared?
No, it's plus here. For the hyperbola, it's plus. I told you, if the equation has a minus sign, here it has a plus sign. And for the ellipse, it was y squared plus y over something plus x over something. Since we have a plus in the ellipse, for the c, it has to be subtracted. So memorize them and as they are opposite to each other. If here we have minus, the c, it has a plus sign. So now, after we find A, B, and C, let's find now the vertices. Now, since it is a vertical hyperbola, so the vertices
Are 0 square root of 32 and 0 negative square root of 32.
yeah, since it is a vertical hyperbola, so the value of the vertices, it will be on the y-axis. So I say it is 0 number. 0. 0 what? 0A or 0B?
Square root of 32. 0a.
0a. So it will be a is square root of 32, or you can write it as 16 times 2, or you can write it as 4 square root of 2. Positive, and don't forget the positive, negative. Now what about the foci here?
It is 0.
0,
The square root of
Root
48.
48,
positive,
which is negative
negative,
and
square root of 38. Or you can say it
4
is
squared.
0, positive, negative, 4 square root of 3. Now, what I need now? The asymptotes.
Can I leave it like the last one?
Yes, you can write this one or this one. Now, what about the asymptotes now?
Negative positive A over B.
It is negative positive A over B. So y equal negative positive A over B. So what is the value of A we said here? So y is positive
Root of
negative
32.
square root of 2 over B, which is
1 square root of 3.
4.
so the y, I will continue here now. So the asymptotes, it will be y positive negative 2.
Teacher, can I make it y equal
Right?
positive negative square root of 32 over
Yes,
square
yes,
root of
yes.
48?
Yes.
Just like
Yes, you can write like this also.
Teacher, isn't it y equals square root of 2x?
So what?
Isn't there an x in the equation of the asymptotes? Because it's oblique.
What did you mean here? Is there any
The
sum?
equation, like, is it, I'm not supposed to say y equals square root of 2x, or is it y equals square root of 2? Like, is there an x in the equation of the
Yeah.
asymptote?
Okay. You mean here I have to write, it is the square root of a over bx. Thank you. I understood now. I forgot to write x. Positive negative square root of 2x. This will be now the asymptotes of the hyperbola. And then, as I told you, there's no here in the last year or the year before. I was asking them to sketch, but for you, I will not ask you. Just I want you to write the vertices, the foci, and the asymptotes. And by the way, if tomorrow you write the as an example, if I told you what is the focus and what is the vertex, and you write the equation without telling me how you find the co-vertex, you will not take the full mark. Okay, you have to show me from where you bring this co-vertices.
Okay, teacher, can I write it on a paper and then send it to you?
Yeah.
Because I'll take a lot of time.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So now, as I told you,